My name is Honorable Echebari Wanje. I'm the chairperson of the Specialized Committee on Regional Integration and East African Affairs, and I also double as the chairperson of the Organizing Committee of the Interparliamentary Games. So today we have had the official opening of the Interparliamentary Games in the event of the pre-tournament conference, a conference which brings all participating teams and delegates of the East African tournament to witness the official opening, which is presided over by the chief guest, Right Honorable Jema Kumba. As you know, in 2018, South Sudan was supposed to host the East African Interparliamentary Games, but due to unforeseen reasons, the games were deferred and they were hosted in Burundi. The next games were hosted in Uganda. And in 2020, due to the pandemic, South Sudan was not able to host the games. But after the pandemic and coming from the backdrop of a pandemic which afflicted the whole globe, the games were hosted in Arusha, and South Sudan for the first time participated in the games hosted in Arusha by the East African Legislative Assembly. The games in Arusha ran short of the expectations of the JPC, which is the Joint Planning Committee of the Games. But this time we are saying South Sudan will host a game which is free and fair and credible. We expect the games to be peaceful. We don't expect to see the inner fights which took place in Arusha. We expect the games to conform to the standards of the parliament, and as such we will lead by example as Team South Sudan. We are here to tell the whole region our team is very prepared, it is very formidable, it is very solid, and we are looking forward to taking most of the trophies and retaining them in South Sudan. Yesterday the JPC sat and decided and sat down to decide the rules of the games and the penalties which will come thereof, and the fixtures were generated. The games will be running for a period of 7 days, which will see all member states participating and competing against each other. And it is worth mentioning, these games are not cutthroat competitive games. These are games which are meant to foster the great spirit of regional integration through deepening, widening and tightening the integration process. The stadium is open to the public. I urge all the East Africans to support their East African teams. We don't see ourselves as South Sudan as far as these games are in regards to these games, but we see ourselves as East Africans. So I'll urge all the citizens from East Africa residing within the boundaries and the geographical boundaries of South Sudan to support the East African teams participating in the games. Thank you.